If you're a YouTube creator, you already know one thing. Coming up with good ideas consistently is hard. Not just random ideas, but ideas that people will actually click on. Scripts that hold attention. Hooks that don't feel forced. Research that's accurate. And structure that keeps viewers watching past the 30-second mark. And that's exactly where tools like Subscriber AI come in. So in this video, we're taking a real look at Subscriber AI. What it does well, where it falls short, and whether it's actually worth using. What's going on, everyone? My name is Eric Hunsaker, and on this channel we cut through the hype and talk about tools the way creators actually use them. Because here's the truth. AI tools sound amazing in ads, but in real life, they either save you serious time or they collect dust after 2 weeks. So let's break this down properly. What Subscriber AI actually is. Subscriber is an AI-powered platform built specifically for YouTube creators. And that distinction matters. There are tons of general AI writing tools out there. ChatGPT, Jasper, Copy.ai, Claude, and they're powerful, but they're not designed specifically around YouTube structure. Subscriber tries to fill that gap. Instead of being a general purpose AI writer, it focuses on YouTube topic ideation, long-form script generation, structural frameworks, hooks, pacing, retention, title and thumbnail concept generation, basic competitive analysis. Now, important clarification here. Subscriber does not have back-end access to YouTube's private analytics. It works off of publicly available YouTube data. Titles, descriptions, view counts, publishing patterns, search interest, and combines that with AI models to help guide content creation. It's not plugged into YouTube's internal algorithm. It's more like an intelligent layer built on top of publicly visible data. That's an important difference. How Subscriber works in practice. All right, let's walk through what using it actually looks like. Step 1, channel context. When you sign up, you can connect your YouTube channel or manually describe your niche. Subscriber analyzes publicly available information like your titles, video topics, view performance, content patterns. It does not see your private analytics dashboard, but it uses what it can see to create a general profile of your channel and audience style. If you're starting from scratch, you can manually define your niche and audience instead. Step 2, idea generation. This is one of the strongest parts of the platform. You can open what they call the ideation chat and ask things like, what are trending topics in the small business banking space? Give me RV insurance angles that are getting traction. What's underserved in golf content right now? Instead of just generating random blog style ideas, Subscriber frames suggestions in YouTube language, clickable, searchable, and structured around viewer intent. It also provides estimated search interest and competition indicators. Important note, these are estimates based on publicly available search data. They are not guaranteed performance predictors. No AI tool can promise future views, but as a directional signal, it's super useful. Step 3, script generation. Once you choose a topic, you move into the script builder. This is where Subscriber tries to separate itself from general AI tools. You can specify format, whether it's educational, listicle, storytelling, etc. Target length, tone, key talking points. You can also paste in things like research articles, transcripts, your own notes, and this is important. Subscriber doesn't magically research the entire internet on its own. You still need to provide good inputs. The better your inputs, the better the output. It'll generate an outline first, then structured sections, hooks, transitions, calls to action, and the structure tends to follow YouTube-friendly pacing, meaning it's broken into digestible sections rather than sounding like a long blog post. Step 4, editing and revisions. This is where the tool becomes more collaborative. You can rewrite individual sections, adjust tone, shorten or expand segments, regenerate specific parts. There's a visual editing view that shows suggested changes. However, it works section by section. You can't always cherry pick individual sentence edits inside a suggestion. That can be slightly frustrating when half of a suggestion is good and half isn't. But overall, the editing workflow is smoother than bouncing between multiple AI prompts manually. The voice profiling feature. One of the more interesting parts of Subscriber is voice modeling. You can feed it examples of your writing or transcripts from your own videos, and it tries to mirror your tone. Now, let's be realistic. It won't perfectly clone your personality, but it can get closer than generic AI output if you train it properly. This matters because one of the biggest complaints about AI scripts is that they sound robotic or just overly polished. Subscriber's voice training feature reduces that, but only if you give it enough context. If you don't guide it, you'll still get generic output. What it does well. All right, let's talk about its strengths. Number one, it saves time on structure. The biggest time suck in YouTube scripting isn't typing, it's thinking. Coming up with a clean hook, logical progression, clean transitions, ending payoff. Subscriber gives you a starting structure quickly. That alone can shave hours off your workflow. 2, it keeps you platform focused. When you use general AI tools, you often have to manually tell them, write this for YouTube. Subscriber assumes YouTube format from the start. It writes in spoken cadence. It structures sections for retention. It thinks in terms of viewers rather than readers. That's helpful. 3, it encourages data-aware ideation. Because it's built around public YouTube performance patterns, it nudges you towards ideas that align with search demand. It's not clairvoyant, it can't predict viral hits, but it can help you avoid making videos no one's looking for. That alone can increase efficiency. 4, it consolidates tools. Instead of juggling keyword tool, an AI writer, an outline builder, a title generator, a hook generator, Subscriber bundles most of that into one interface. That's convenient, especially if you're managing multiple channels. Now, where it falls short. So no tool is perfect, and this is where you need to go in with realistic expectations. Number 1, it's not cheap at higher tiers. If you're producing one video a month, the ROI may not justify the cost. Where it makes sense is weekly uploads, multiple channels, agency environments. Media companies, otherwise free or lower cost AI tools might be enough. 2, it still requires human judgment. You must fact check, you must refine tone. You must remove fluff. If you treat it like a press button, upload video machine, you'll produce average content. Subscriber accelerates thinking. It doesn't replace it. 3, trend analysis isn't prediction. It can surface rising topics based on public data, but it cannot guarantee something will go viral. Be cautious of any tool, not just this one that suggests otherwise. 4, it does not create videos. Despite the name, Subscriber is not an automated video generator. It does not record voiceover, create visuals, or edit footage. It's strictly pre-production. You still need a production system. How it compares to other tools? Let's be honest, you could replicate some of the things using ChatGPT with good prompts. But here's the difference. With ChatGPT, you are the system. You must research trends manually, structure everything yourself, keep track of formatting, refine tone. Subscriber builds workflow around that. Compared to Jasper or Copy.ai, those tools are more marketing focused. Compared to vidIQ or TubeBuddy, those are analytics tools, not scriptwriters. Subscriber sits in between. It's not purely analytics, it's not purely writing. It's structured YouTube scripting. Who it's actually for. Subscriber makes the most sense for creators posting weekly or more, channels relying on long-form scripts, agencies running multiple client channels, founders building media brands. It makes less sense for hobby creators, short form, TikTok style creators, pure vloggers, people who enjoy writing manually. If you love scripting, you may not need it. If scripting drains you, it could be a serious productivity boost. Subscriber AI is not magic. It will not turn a bad idea into a viral hit. It will not replace creative judgment. But it does one thing very well. It reduces friction in the YouTube scripting process. It helps you generate structured ideas faster, draft long scripts quickly, think in YouTube terms, consolidate workflow. For high-volume creators or media-focused entrepreneurs, that can absolutely justify the cost. For small or occasional creators, it may be overkill. So if you want to get started with Subscriber, then you'll go ahead and find a link for it down in the description below. This is an affiliate link, which means we do earn a small commission when you use it, at no extra cost to you. And these commissions really help support the channel and allow us to continue creating free content like this. So if you use them, we thank you so much in advance. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Here on this channel, we make videos dedicated to helping new and existing entrepreneurs get started and succeed in business, so be sure to subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you here in the next video.